Life is full of challenges and hardships. Everyone has their own story, filled with failures, fears, and painful moments. But even in the darkest times, there is always hope and hidden strength. Before we begin, I kindly ask you, if you enjoy this story, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your comments mean a lot to us and help the channel grow. My name is Mariya. I am about 25 years old. 5 years ago, I met a man. Against my family's wishes, I married him. At that time, I believed love could fix everything. I was wrong. At first, life was calm, but little by little, the truth revealed itself. My husband was addicted to alcohol. Every night, he came home drunk. I waited with a shaking heart for the sound of the door. I never knew which version of him I would face, a quiet man or a man full of anger. His addiction didn't just destroy his body, it destroyed his character. He didn't allow anyone to visit our home. He didn't allow me to go anywhere. Slowly, he cut off all my connections with my family. I worked hard and earned money. He spent it on alcohol and his debts. Sometimes he was calm for a moment, then suddenly he would shout, insult me, and everything would fall apart. Inside that house, I was a prisoner. I wasn't even allowed to visit my mother. I could only make phone calls. And every time I lied. I'm fine. I'm happy. Everything is great. Then one day, my body started to speak. I was always tired. My hands shook. The room spun, and I had to hold on to the wall just to stand. I told myself it was just stress, too much work, too much fear. One day at work, I suddenly felt sick. I locked myself in the bathroom and stared at my pale face in the mirror. A coworker noticed and gently said, "You don't look well. Maybe you're pregnant?" That night, I couldn't sleep. Fear and questions filled my mind. The next morning, I bought a test. My hands were shaking as I waited. When I saw the result, the world went silent. It was positive. I didn't feel happiness. I didn't feel excitement. I felt fear. I sat on the floor and cried quietly, covering my mouth so no one would hear me. I whispered, "How can I bring a child into this life when I can't even save myself?" In that moment, I realized something terrifying. My life was already broken, and now another life depended on me. That evening, I told him, "I'm pregnant." He laughed coldly. "You must be joking." "I'm not." He looked at me with empty eyes. "Do you know what kind of mess you've brought into my life? I can't even pay my debts, and now this?" "It's your child too," I whispered. "I never asked for this." In that moment, I understood the truth. I was carrying a child with a man who had already abandoned us. Around that time, his debts grew worse. One day, while I was at work, he stole my jewelry, the jewelry my father had given me as a wedding gift. He sold everything. When I came home and saw it was gone, my heart stopped. "Did you take my jewelry?" I asked. "No," he said calmly. Later, the truth came out. He confessed. He was imprisoned. I was left alone with fear, pregnancy, and a collapsed life. A few days later, desperate and hopeful, I withdrew my complaint. He promised to change. His change lasted only a few days. Despite being pregnant, I took a second job. I worked as a cleaner in a lawyer's house. One day, he looked at me and said, "So much pain cannot be hidden. What happened?" For the first time, I told everything. I cried. He said, "For your child's future, leave this house." Although I still loved my husband, I couldn't live through the same pain again. I chose to leave.
I chose divorce to protect myself and my child. I went to my mother's house. She held me in her arms. When she learned I was pregnant, she cried with happiness. My daughter was born there. She became the light in my darkest days. With her, breathing had meaning again. And now I ask you once more, if this story touched your heart, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share it with someone who may need hope.